You know what's funny?
Sometimes in Chinese dramas, an actor doesn't even need to say a single word to completely steal the scene.
No dramatic confession, no emotional breakdown,
No fight sequence.
just walking.
And somehow the entire internet loses its mind.
Today we're talking about one of the most underrated but insanely powerful things in C-dramas, the main character walk.
That moment when a male lead enters the frame and before he even speaks, you already know, yeah, this man is dangerous. Some actors walk with elegance. Some walk with cold intensity. Some look like emperors. Others move like they own the entire world.
And then there are the rare few.
The ones who turn a simple walking scene into something legendary. So in this video, we're counting down 10 Chinese actors whose walks are so charismatic, so iconic, and so unforgettable that fans literally replay those scenes over and over again. From Xiao Zhan's perfect textbook aura,
To Wang Hedi's overwhelming dominance. To Wang Yibo's insane rhythm and timing.
and trust me, the final actor on this list, absolutely god tier.
Let's begin.
Top 10 Roy Wang, the natural charm walk.
Starting off the list, we have Roy Wang. Now, compared to some of the more intense names on this ranking, Roy's style is very different. He doesn't walk like he's trying to intimidate anyone.
He doesn't rely on aggressive energy or overwhelming presence. Instead, what makes Roy stand out is how natural he feels. There's a relaxed confidence in the way he moves. It's youthful, effortless, and incredibly smooth.
You watch him walk into a scene and it feels believable, like someone who doesn't need to force charisma because it's already there naturally. And honestly, that's harder than it looks. A lot of actors try too hard to create main character energy, but Roy's appeal comes from how comfortable he is on screen. Even in simpler scenes, his movement feels clean and controlled.
Fans especially love those slow motion edits where he casually walks through crowds or turns slightly toward the camera.
Nothing complicated.
But somehow, it works. And that's exactly why he deserves a spot on this list.
Top 9, Johnny Huang, the walk that feels like an action movie. Now, if Roy Wang's vibe is smooth and natural,
Johnny Huang is the complete opposite.
this man walks like every scene is about to explode. There's weight behind every step, power, intensity.
You know those actors who look intimidating even when they're doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that's Johnny Huang. His shoulders, posture, and body language create this strong masculine aura that instantly changes the atmosphere of a scene.
And when directors pair that with dramatic camera angles,
It becomes lethal.
fans love using his walking clips in edits because his movement already looks cinematic on its own. Especially in military dramas or action-heavy roles, Johnny doesn't just walk into scenes
He charges into them.
like he's preparing for war.
And somehow that overwhelming physical presence translates perfectly on camera. You can literally feel the energy through the screen.
Top 8 Xiu Kai, the prince-like walk. Xiu Kai has one of the most visually satisfying walks in historical dramas.
Everything about him screams elegance,
The posture, the pacing.
the calm expression.
When Xiu Kai walks in traditional costume, it genuinely feels like a royal prince stepped out of a painting.
And what makes it even more impressive is how effortless he makes it look. Because historical drama walking is actually difficult.
Those heavy costumes, layered robes, long sleeves, accessories. One awkward movement can ruin the entire visual.
But Shu Kai, he glides.
That's the best word for it. He doesn't stomp through scenes,
He glides through them,
and fans absolutely eat it up.
especially those scenes where he slowly approaches the female lead while the background music starts building. Yeah, social media goes crazy every single time. His walk creates anticipation. And in romantic dramas, that anticipation is everything. Top 7, Gong Jun, the model like aura.
There are actors who walk like characters.
And then there are actors who walk like they're on a runway. Gong Jun somehow manages to do both.
His proportions, posture, and confidence give him an incredibly stylish presence on screen.
Even when he's simply crossing a room, it feels elegant, controlled, almost too clean.
And the craziest part,
He makes difficult camera shots look easy.
you know those long tracking shots where the actor has to maintain perfect pacing while staying in character.
Gong Jun excels at those. His movement never feels awkward, never rushed, never stiff. That's why editors love him.
Every frame looks polished. Every step looks intentional.
And when fans edit those scenes with dramatic music, instant viral material.
Top 6, Chang Ruoyun. The walk with attitude.
Zhang Ruoyun doesn't walk like a prince. He walks like a man who's already 10 steps ahead of everyone else.
There's intelligence in his movement,
A quiet confidence.
almost like he knows something nobody else does. And honestly, that perfectly matches the types of characters he usually plays. Strategists,
Survivors. Men who stay calm while everything around them falls apart.
his walk isn't flashy, but it carries personality. You can immediately tell what kind of character he is just from the way he enters a scene. That's incredibly difficult to achieve as an actor.
Because movement is storytelling, and Zhang Ruoyun understands that better than most.
Some of his most iconic walking scenes aren't even dramatic.
He's just calmly walking through chaos while everyone else panics.
But somehow, that makes him look even cooler. Top 5, Chen Xingxu, The Cold and Deadly Walk.
Now we're entering the top 5, and things start getting dangerous here.
Chen Xingxu has mastered one specific type of walk better than almost anyone else, the emotionally distant, cold, male lead walk.
You know exactly what I mean. The slow approach, the unreadable expression, the icy stare.
The feeling that this man could either protect you or destroy you.
And honestly,
That mystery is what makes his scenes so addictive. Chen Xingxu understands pacing extremely well.
he never rushes movement. Every turn, every step, every pause feels deliberate.
That's why his entrances feel powerful.
Even silence becomes intimidating when he's on screen.
Fans especially love editing his colder scenes because his aura becomes almost overwhelming under dramatic lighting. He doesn't need exaggerated gestures. His restraint is what makes him dangerous. And when an actor can dominate scenes without speaking much, that's real screen presence. Top 4, Xiao Zhan, The Textbook Perfect Walk.
Now, let's talk about someone many people consider the gold standard, Xiao Zhan. If there were a guidebook called How to Walk Like a Main Character in a Chinese Drama,
Xiao Zhan would probably be on the cover.
because everything about his movement feels balanced.
Elegant, but not weak. Confident, but not arrogant. Soft, but still commanding.
That balance is extremely rare. Most actors lean too far in one direction.
But Xiao Zhan somehow keeps everything perfectly controlled, especially in historical dramas. His walking scenes have this graceful fluidity that feels almost timeless.
The robes move naturally around him. His posture stays flawless. And the camera absolutely loves him.
There's also something incredibly cinematic about the way Xiao Zhan turns while walking. Fans know exactly what I'm talking about. That slight pause, the side profile,
The calm expression, and suddenly the comment sections explode because somehow he makes simple movements feel emotional. Not many actors can do that. And that's why so many fans call him the textbook standard for male lead presence. All right. Now we're entering the most dangerous part of this ranking.
because the top 3 actors on this list aren't just famous for walking well.
No.
These are the actors whose entrances alone can completely hijack an entire scene.
The kind where the camera starts moving slower.
The music suddenly hits harder.
And fans instantly start screaming in the comments section.
You know those moments where an actor walks into frame and somehow the atmosphere changes immediately?
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're talking about now.
And trust me, the competition here is brutal. Let's continue.
Top 3, Wang Yibo, the king of rhythm and timing.
When it comes to walking scenes, Wang Yibo has something that very few actors possess naturally. Perfect timing. And no, this isn't just about walking slowly and looking cool.
It's deeper than that. Wang Yibo understands rhythm in an almost scary way. Every movement feels connected to the camera.
The pacing,
The pauses, the turns.
even the way his coat moves while walking, somehow feels synchronized.
That's why his scenes edit so well on Douyin and social media.
Editors barely need to do anything,
The material already looks cinematic.
especially in action-heavy dramas. Wang Yibo has this ability to combine calmness with sharp intensity. He doesn't waste movement. Nothing feels random.
Every step feels calculated. And because of his dance background, his body control is honestly on another level.
You can see it immediately.
The posture stays stable no matter what angle the camera uses. The transitions between movements feel smooth, and the timing absolutely deadly. There are actors who look handsome while walking.
Then there's Wang Yibo, who somehow makes walking feel choreographed.
Fans especially go crazy over those scenes where he walks toward the camera with a completely calm face while chaos happens around him. That contrast.
Instant viral material.
And honestly, one of the reasons Wang Yibo ranks this high is because he understands something very important. Sometimes the coolest thing an actor can do,
Is stay calm.
the less he tries, the more powerful he looks.
And that level of control is extremely hard to fake. Top 2, Wang Hedi walking like he owns the world. Now let's talk about pure dominance. Because when Wang Hedi walks into a scene, it doesn't feel like an entrance. It feels like a takeover.
This man has one of the strongest on-screen auras in modern C-dramas.
Especially in fantasy and historical roles, his energy becomes almost overwhelming.
The shoulders,
The gaze,
the confidence, everything about his body language screams, I'm the main character. And honestly, he fully convinces you. What makes Wang Hedi different from many actors is that his charisma feels explosive. Some actors pull viewers in slowly.
Wang Hedi attacks the screen immediately,
The moment he appears, your eyes naturally follow him.
and his walk plays a huge role in that.
He walks with power.
Not rushed power, controlled power, like someone who already knows nobody in the room can challenge him.
That's why his cold male lead scenes became such a massive hit online. Fans love dominant energy in fantasy dramas, and Wang Hedi delivers it perfectly.
especially those iconic long robe walking scenes. Completely insane.
The dramatic wind effects, the flowing costume, the sharp expression.
It's almost unfair how good those shots look. And let's be honest,
Half the internet probably replayed those scenes way too many times. But here's the really impressive part.
even when Wang Hedi overacts slightly in emotional scenes sometimes, his physical presence never breaks.
That aura stays intact.
And in visual storytelling, that matters a lot.
Because some actors act with dialogue.
Wang Hedi acts with presence. And his walk alone already tells you exactly who the character is.
Powerful, untouchable.
Dangerous.
That's why he lands at number 2. Honorable mentions the actors who almost made it. Before we reveal number 1, we need to talk about the actors who came incredibly close.
Because honestly, this ranking could have gone in many different directions.
There are so many C-drama actors with unforgettable walking scenes.
Some specialize in elegance, others in emotional tension,
Others in pure visual dominance.
and depending on personal taste, your number 1 could look completely different.
That's what makes this topic so fun.
Because charisma is hard to measure.
Sometimes one single scene is enough to make an actor legendary. One entrance,
One hallway walk, one dramatic slow motion moment, and suddenly fans never recover.
that's the magic